Hi everyone, welcome to my resin tray tutorial. Before we get started, I'm going to give you guys a list of things that you're going to need from start to finish. So first and foremost, you're going to need your resin, epoxy as they call it. So you got part A, and then you got part B, which is the hardener. It's called in Vortex Light. I get it from Michael's, my local craft store. And then you're gonna need a mold. I got this from Amazon. If I can remember the link or find it, I'll leave it for you guys. If not, you can just go on Amazon and get one to your liking. You're gonna need some plastic cups to put part A and part B. So what I suggest you do is write A and B on it, so when you're pouring it, you know which ones that you already poured. And then I use a bigger cup to pour both of them inside to mix. And then you're gonna need something to stir it with. I just got these knives. You can get a silicone spatula or whatever you feel more comfortable with. And then if you're gonna use like glitter or anything, you can use the glitter. You can get some dye or alcohol inks, or this is mica powder. It has like a little shimmer to it. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but they're really pretty once they're dry. So that's up to you how you want to design your tray. But I'm going to show you guys with the glitter, and this is what it's going to look like after I'm done. After it's done drying, of course. So let's get started. So I'm going to take part A. And when you pour in, you need equal parts. And when I say equal parts, they have to be the same amount, because if they're not gonna cure right. When it dries, it might still be a little wobbly. It's supposed to be rock hard. So I use the lines on the cup to know how much to pour. And I usually just do that for both parts. Okay. And some people, after they mix it or they pour it together and they mix it, I've never tried it, but they set it in like hot water. They say it gets rid of the air bubbles, but I've never used that method. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour each of them. Got a little something in this cup. So I'm going to pour each of them inside this one cup. And take my knife and get the rest out, because every little drop counts. And like I said, it has to be equal parts. You know, it's okay if you don't get like everything out, so don't worry about that. As long as the majority is equal. And also, I forgot to tell you the most important part, forgive me, when you're working with epoxy, you need a mask. Preferably a ventilating mask. I have one around here somewhere, but I couldn't find it. And also turn on like a fan or open a window, because they say the epoxy is not good for breathing in. So that's like a warning on the bottle. And you don't want to take no chances. You know, your health is more important than trying to do this craft. But, you know, if you're safe, then do what you got to do. Okay? So I got everything out. And like I said, I use the lines on the cup to know how much to pour. So I just filled it up to about like right here for both of them. Okay? And then This is what it looks like. And you're gonna stir for about, well, you don't even have to time it, but it's a little cloudy, and when it starts to get clear, that's when you know that it's ready. So, and also, like, the faster you stir, that creates more air bubbles. So if you don't want a lot of air bubbles, you can take your time. And when you're doing it, you want to stir the sides of the cup as well. You want to make sure you get the bottom, because like I said, it's really cloudy, so you want all that cloudiness to go away. So you're going to be stirring for a little bit just to make sure that it mixes very well together. And make sure you have your gloves on as well, because as you can see, I have some of it on my hand. Some people don't use it, but I suggest you do, you know, because this is a chemical. You don't want it to go into your skin. So I don't know if you guys could see, it's getting a little clearer, but that's the look you're going for. You want it to be clear. When you're mixing it, you'll see like streaks of cloudiness, but that should go away as you're stirring. So like I said, you're gonna be stirring for a little bit, but you just want to make sure that everything is mixed equally together. And you can also like turn the cup as well. Some people actually get like one of them drills that, you know, like a cake mixer. They have those as well for the epoxy. But like I said, the faster you stir, the more air bubbles it creates. And when you're using like glitter to cover it, you won't see as much air bubbles, but if you're just using clear, you will see all the air bubbles. So like I said, that's why you need the heat gun to pop them, or a lighter. Okay, I think that is all done for me. That looks good to me, so give it a few more stirs. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see the air bubbles, but you could let it sit too for a while. Not a while, but like maybe a minute or two, just to let the air bubbles come up. But don't let it sit too long, because it will start to cure and you'll be able to feel it, because the cup will get hot. That's how you know that it's curing. And you don't want that, because once it starts curing and getting hard, your epoxy is going to get hard if you don't have it in the tray just yet. Okay, but me, I'm not going to wait for video purposes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my glitter in. Some people use a spoon. Me, I just eye it. Okay, that might seem like a lot, but let me tell you, it's not. The more you use, the deeper red it's going to be. But this glitter will settle, so you want to use enough where it you know, when you put it in, it's enough everywhere in the tray. Okay, so here we go. That looks so pretty. Just shimmery. So pretty. And like I said, if you want to leave it clear, you can leave it clear. And then put something in the middle, like a decal or something. Okay. So now we are going to, sometimes what I do before I start pouring, I take my lighter and I just, like I said, I don't know if you can see the air bubbles, but this is what I do to pop them. The majority of them coming to the top. Pop them, pop them. Okay, and like I said, you could let it sit for about a minute just to let the air bubbles rise to the top, but I'm not going to do that. So this is what you're gonna do. I usually start off in the corner. Sorry, let me pull it down so you can see. Start off in the corners. Go all the way around, making sure you have enough, because it settles on its own, but you just want to make sure that you have enough. Okay. And then the middle. This is the fun part. Okay. And that was just enough epoxy. So like I said, once you get used to doing it, you'll know. You can just eye it and tell. But make sure you have those equal parts. Okay. And then I can see the air bubbles. So what I'm going to do, I have this light on the side of me. So what I usually do, just to see them really good. I don't think that's good, no. So I'm just gonna eye it for now. But I'm just gonna go over, especially in the corners, you'll see the air bubbles settling. So make sure you get those corners, because when after it gets hard and it's ready to come out of the mold, those air bubbles will show. And you don't want that, especially if it's for a customer. You know, not everything's gonna be perfect, but you wanna do your best and take the necessary steps to make sure that they are gonna be satisfied with their purchase. And it just helps you, you know, build your crafting skills of knowing the knowledge and helping others out too. And sometimes, like I said, just because you pop the bubbles, they're gonna come back because they're settling. So you can pop them. If you don't see any more, come back in like 5 minutes, there'll be more, and then you just do it again. But yeah, that's the resin tray. And when it's done, this is a bigger mold, so what I'm about to show you is a smaller mold that I have. But when it's done, this is what it's going to look like. It can look like this, but I used this as well. That's why it's darker, and I put the glitter. But for this, I just use the resin, and like I said, it it comes out a little clear, but you could still see the glitter. So this is what it looks like. Okay, you could put your decal on. Make sure you get those air bubbles. Okay, so that is it. Thanks for watching.